I have one major issue with this foundation. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Shen. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. If you want to see, just stay tuned. I'm going to try my hardest to make sure this video isn't all over the place and I don't ramble too much because I filmed this about 3-4 times now. So this is the foundation next to the Natural Radiant Longwear foundation by Nars. They're pretty much the same packaging. The only difference is that the Nars obviously has a soft matte lid, whereas this has like a shiny lid. At the back of the foundation it actually says foundation, and this is for makeup artists in particular so that they can easily identify that this is foundation when they go to grab foundation out of their kit. Some people were making a big fuss about it, but I don't see the big deal. The packaging to me is pretty clean, sleek, nice design. It's nothing we haven't seen before. It has a pump as well, so it retails for £43. However, I bought mine on Beauty Bay, and at the time there was a discount going on, 20% off, so I think I got this for 38 or maybe 34. I'll put it on the screen how much I paid for it, but it is £43. I do think that's really pricey for a foundation, even for an ABH product, which is probably on the level of, I think, Fenty price wise. It's not high end like Dior, Chanel, stuff like that, but it's not drugstore either. I think £43 is a for a foundation, and it is just a standard 30ml foundation. Okay, just to quickly read what it says on the website about the foundation. So this is directly from the ABH website. It says
Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation is a water-resistant liquid foundation that creates a luminous natural finish. The radiant formula delivers long wear, medium coverage, yet still feels lightweight and looks ultra fresh. This is the coverage you have been waiting for. Luminous foundation looks so great on its own, there's no need to set with a powder. Available in 50 completely natural shades. This is lightweight foundation. This lightweight foundation blurs any imperfection, including discoloration and unevenness, without caking or masking the skin's natural radiance. With a seamless application, this easy-to-blend face makeup leaves the skin with a perfected-looking complexion that is free of flashback or oxidization.
I also want to read what it says on the box because it does have some extra bits on the box. Now, it says on the box that it's vegan, gluten-free, alcohol-free, clinically tested, dermatologically tested, ophthalmologist tested, non-communogenic, suitable for sensitive skin, long wearing, and no flashback. Clinically tested means that it has been tested clinically. It's undergone scientific study, apparently. Dermatologically tested means that a dermatologist tested it. Ophthalmologist tested, meaning that someone that specializes in the eye has tested it. Non-communogenic means that it doesn't clog your pores, and obviously all the others I think you guys can really get from that, like vegan, gluten, alcohol free, all of those things. Those kind of terms, clinically tested, dermatologically tested, stuff like that, don't really mean anything to me. There's a whole debate online going on about what these terms actually mean in skincare and cosmetics. You can go and Google that yourself. I'm not going to be discussing that here on camera, so none of those things really, I don't really care about none of that. So the foundation is broken down into 6 different categories. So you have fair, light, medium tan, dark, and deep. I picked up the shade 470C, which is a cool undertone, which is in the medium tan range, which is kind of a little bit, it kind of threw me off a bit. I kind of struggled finding my shade in store because of how the shades are kind of broken down and the undertones. I did pick up 470C, but I don't think this is like my perfect match in terms of undertone. I did hear a little rumor that they might be extending the line, and if they do, that would be great because I think I'm an in-between shade. I don't typically go for cool toned foundations because I'm not cool toned. I try and stick between neutral, golden, or olive, or even warm. I try and stay on that end of the spectrum. I did try the 450W, I think. Ooh, don't quote me, but I tried the next one down in the warm shade, and that was too light for me. Before I go into demoing the foundation, I do want to do some swatches alongside some of the foundations that I already have. So it does look really warm on camera, but I thought it was pulling a little bit red on me. we'll let it dry down and see. So the next foundation is the Dior Backstage foundation, and this is in the shade 5N, which is a neutral undertone. So this is the Nars Macao, and this is I think it's a golden undertone or warm undertone. This is the Fenty 390. This is definitely a yellow undertone. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in 356 or warm coconut. This is the L'Oreal Freshwear Infallible in the shade copper. And then this is my double wear Estée Lauder foundation in 5C1. This is a cool undertone also. Okay, so I'm just going to get straight into the demo of the video. I hope I haven't left anything out. If I have, I'll put it at the end of the video. I am going to use a sponge today. I usually use the Real Technique sponge, but I've picked up the NYX sponge and I absolutely love this sponge. So that's what I'm going to be using today. And that's what I usually use to put on my foundation. So I've pumped 3 pumps of foundation on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to go in and start applying that straight onto my face. I have prepped and primed my skin. But yeah. I can't even tell whether it's warm or cool. I felt like it was quite cool, but now I'm looking at it again, it looks quite warm. It has like a really orange undertone, so I don't know. So this is what the 3 pumps of foundation is looking like. Now, even despite the color match, I really love the finish of this foundation. It looks flawless on camera and it looks flawless in person. It is definitely a medium coverage foundation. I would not call this full coverage. For people who love full coverage, this is not full coverage, this is medium. I do think it's buildable and it does build up pretty nicely. There are some foundations when you start applying more than 2 layers, it starts to look very cakey. I don't find it with this foundation. I'm going to put on another layer just on this side so you guys can actually see, because I've got some pigmentation there anyways that needs covering up a little bit more. This is what it's looking like now. So this is 1 layer on this side, and this side has 2 layers of foundation. Can you see that pigmentation poking through? That's why I do say it is a medium coverage foundation and not full coverage. But this is the type of foundation I love. I love medium coverage foundation. I'm not a full coverage kind of girl. I do like my skin to still be seen, so that pigmentation doesn't really bother me as much. So I'm just going to finish up the rest of my foundation and come back and give you guys my final thoughts. Okay everyone, I'm back and this is the completed look. I'm going to leave all the items that I used on my face in the description box down below. So if you want to know what I have on my lips or my highlighter or anything like that, it will be in the description box. This is what the foundation is looking like with all my makeup on, and you can see it looks really flawless. I did have to use a more neutral concealer just to balance out that redness with the foundation, or orange, whatever you guys are seeing on camera, because I can't tell the difference whether it's red or orange, whichever way it's pulling. But I used the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer in the shade Honey. I am going to insert some clips now of me wearing the foundation for a couple of hours. I have filmed this video before, so I have numerous clips. I might put in more than one so that you guys can actually see how the foundation wears throughout the day. I'm sorry, my mustache is sweating. This is what we have to do as women. I thought it wore pretty well. I wouldn't say it's the most long wearing foundation I own, but I didn't have any major areas of concern when I wore it for more than 6 hours. I did get really oily in my T-zone, but that's the area of my face that I get oily anyways. It was a little bit more than usual because this is a luminous foundation. If you do have oily skin, this might not be the best foundation for you because it is a luminous foundation. But I have normal to combination skin, and I found that it wore pretty okay for me. So it does feel really lightweight. It's not the most lightweight foundation I own, but it is really lightweight. You don't feel like you're wearing like tons of foundation. It looks absolutely flawless in person and on camera. I'm sure you guys can see on camera that it looks really flawless. It does this thing that it kind of just I don't know, it looks like your skin's filtered. It doesn't draw attention to texture. That's what it does. If you have texture on your skin, you will love this foundation because it kind of blurs out texture on your skin. I have a lot of texture on my skin, but you can see it's made my skin look really, really smooth and flawless, and my skin is not smooth or flawless, far from. It says no flashback. I'm gonna do a flashback test now. So I don't have any flashback going on here. So the only major issue I have with the foundation is the fact that it transfers a lot. I'm not even fussed about the fact that the shade doesn't match me completely, because I feel like all the other qualities that the foundation has kind of like surpasses the fact that the undertone isn't completely right for me. But the transfer, I can't get past how much the foundation transfers. Like, if I don't know, like you have like this secret technique to help with foundation that transfers, let me know. But that was my major issue, and probably the only issue I have with the foundation. I absolutely love the finish of this foundation. The finish of this foundation is just flawless. I feel like this is what I wanted in the Nars Radiant Longwear foundation. So I'm just gonna wrap up this video for you guys. I'm sorry it took me so long to do this review. So please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you do enjoy it, because it really does help my videos out. And if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe. I am going to be doing a video on the new Jackie Aina Times ABH palette. New, but I feel like there's so much stuff coming out that if something's been out for a week now, it's not even new anymore. But whatever. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.